Hey everybody, let's talk about what happens when we're doing our best to eat healthy or maybe follow a weight loss program and we indulge or fall off track for a day, a night, or a weekend. I think everyone has done this before, and my question is, how does this affect you? Does this derail your efforts? I have a friend who, before she got in the right mindset, she tried multiple times to lose weight. She would quit sugar cold turkey, usually on January 1st or 2nd, and she would do really well eating right, avoiding sugar, and working out for a few weeks or even a couple months. She would be pretty darn perfect during that time. Then she would slip up one weekend and indulge a lot. Sugar, salt, fatty foods, you name it. And then she's done with her healthy lifestyle. She would go back to her old poor habits just because of one slip up. Even though it was a big one, it was one slip up. What should have been a minor setback, a small disappointment, had become a disaster. She would confuse one minor slip up with failure. I would ask her, why don't you just start fresh the next day? And she would tell me that she's an all or nothing person. Either she's on track or she's not. She had a standard that was very difficult to achieve, a standard of perfection that was not realistic. This is not a good mindset to have. I always say that indulging is fine now and then. It's actually good for us mentally. The important thing is to have a plan to get back on track and to not be mad at ourselves. We don't want to hold ourselves to the standard that we have to be perfect all the time. Remember, 2 steps forward and 1 step back will still get us to where we want to be. If we are on track, even 80 to 90% of the time, we will still see results. The thing is, we will always have situations that will make eating perfectly difficult to do. There will always be nights out, parties, holidays, events, vacations. And it's almost better to start an exercise or weight loss program or decide to eat healthier when we do have things coming up that we may consider challenges. I actually worry about my clients who are on track 100% of the time for a full 6 weeks because I would rather them indulge a little here and there and learn how to get back on track. Fit people stay fit by not being on track 100% of the time. And this is very important to remember. Fit people stay fit by indulging here and there, but having a plan in place. They also have the right mindset to get back on track and be on track most of the time. When we fall off track or have a less than perfect day, we don't want to confuse that small disappointment with failure. Your goal should be to have pretty healthy habits most of the time. Doing well most of the time will get you to your goal. Learn from your indulgences, have a plan in place, and stay positive and realistic. If your goal is to lose, say, 10 pounds in a certain time frame, and you only lose 5 or 7 because maybe you indulged a few more times than you had planned, I would hope that you would still be happy, because if you lost 5 or 7 pounds, that means that you probably got back on track after your indulgences. And chances are you will feel better than you did. Maybe your clothes fit a little bit better. And even though it's only a few pounds, your chance of disease will be diminished, even if it's just a little bit. And that's a pretty good outcome. If you had had the all or nothing mentality, you probably wouldn't have lost anything. And maybe you'd even weigh more than when you started. So take it one day at a time and do your best. Have a plan and always pay attention to how you feel. Above all, do not expect perfection. It's not realistic or even necessary for good results. If you like this video, hit the like button and leave me a comment because I love to hear from you. And as always, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.